I didn't get to where I am by making excuses. There comes a time when you have to push yourself past comfort, past the easy route and straight into the grind that hurts. Pain is what wakes us up, pushes us forward and reminds us that we're built for more. I got tired of being tired. I got fed up with staying where I was, feeling stuck and blaming the world. But I decided something: I won't sit around complaining, waiting for a miracle no one's coming to save me. I made the choice to save myself, to change my life one step at a time. I don't belong to some elite group with endless connections or advantages. I'm not on the VIP list, but I am determined to be successful anyway. Because no one can take my dreams from me. The only one who can stop me is me. And I'm not letting that happen. There's a strength in all of us waiting to be unleashed. This strength, this mental toughness, is what pushes us past limits and keeps us fighting. When things get tough, it's not about being the smartest, the richest, or the luckiest. It's about great resilience and that refusal to quit. I've decided I'm going to fight for my dreams until the day I'm gone. People will try to hold you back, and life will throw obstacles in your way, but they can't stop a person who's determined. We have to get up every day, look in the mirror and remind ourselves that we're capable of more. We will get through this and we will win, because that's what champions do. They rise above, push through the pain, and they don't give up until they're standing on the other side, victorious. The thing about success is that it changes you. When you finally break through, you realize how much more there is to gain, and you're driven to keep going. Success isn't just about achieving one goal. It's a hunger that grows the more you feed it. Just like people get comfortable with failure, you can also become driven by the need for progress. I remember when I went for my master's degree, and after that I wanted my PhD, then I kept pushing myself to new heights. I launched projects, wrote books, and took on challenges that I once thought were impossible. Each victory fueled the next. I got to a point where I just craved more. More growth, more achievements, more of what makes me feel alive. Success becomes a way of life. And once you're there, you can't imagine going back. Every time I achieved something, I felt unstoppable. I started focusing on my health, setting physical goals, and now I'm ready to run a marathon. I'm working on more books, aiming for even bigger milestones. There's a fire inside me now that won't go out. I've tasted success and I want more of it. Not just for me, but to show others it's possible. I want to inspire others to keep pushing, to break their limits, and to find that part of them that refuses to settle. This journey isn't just about hitting one goal. It's about becoming the best version of yourself over and over again. Success is addictive, and once you get a taste, you don't just want more, you need more. Many people aren't living up to their potential, simply because they don't know what they truly want. If you don't have a clear vision, you wander through life settling for things that don't fulfill you. You have to decide what you're going after, because until you do, you'll stay stuck in a cycle of good enough. I remember when I realized what I wanted. When I decided to go after my goals with everything I had, it was like a switch flipped. I knew exactly where I was heading, and every day I woke up with a sense of purpose. If you don't have that purpose, you'll sleep in, waste time, and miss out on the opportunities right in front of you. Purpose is the fire that wakes you up early, keeps you working late, and pushes you to keep going when everything else says stop. Once you know what you want, everything else falls into place. It's not easy, but it's worth it. I decided that I would spend every single day moving closer to my dreams. And even on the days when it felt like I was going nowhere, I kept moving forward knowing that persistence would pay off. But it all starts with that one choice, to find your why. Without a why, you're just going through the motions. With a why, you're unstoppable. Doors start to open, people start to notice, and life gives you a shot of greatness. But you have to make that first decision and stick to it, no matter what. Winning is addictive. And once you feel the thrill of reaching your goals, you'll understand why giving up isn't an option. People often ask me how I stay motivated, as if motivation is some magic force that never fades. The truth is, motivation comes and goes. It's discipline that keeps me going. On days when I don't feel like putting in the work, I remind myself of why I started. I think about all the times I wanted to quit, but I pushed forward anyway. Motivation is great, but discipline is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Every successful person has days when they don't feel like it. They're tired, they're busy, and they're frustrated, but they get up and do it anyway, because they're committed to their vision. Discipline isn't about feeling motivated every day. It's about staying committed even on the hard days. That's the difference between winners and everyone else. Winners don't just work when they feel like it. They work when they don't. They show up on the days when it's hard, on the days when no one's watching, on the days when success feels far away. I've come to understand that discipline is the greatest strength we can have. It's what builds character, what drives success, and what keeps us moving forward. When everything else feels like it's falling apart, I tell myself, stay disciplined. keep pushing because I know that every small effort adds up. Every single day I'm building the life I want, not just on the good days, but on the hard days too. Success is lonely, people don't talk about it. But it's true when you start chasing your dreams. People around you might not understand. Some will support you, but others will question your choices, doubt your abilities, and try to bring you back down to their level. That's just reality. I had to accept that not everyone is going to be happy for me, and that's okay. I learned to embrace the journey, even when it felt like I was walking it alone. Success doesn't come with a crowd cheering you on. Often it's just you, your goals, and the drive to make it happen. The loneliness becomes a part of the process, and instead of fighting it, I let it fuel my growth as I kept going. I realized that the right people will find their way to you. The people who believe in you will stick around, and the ones who don't will fade away. That's the beauty of chasing greatness. You attract others who are on their own path, and together you become unstoppable. The loneliness eventually fades, replaced by a community of like-minded people who lift you higher. But that only happens if you're willing to go through the lonely moments. First, I had to remind myself that success isn't meant to be easy, and it's not meant to be crowded. It's a path for the few who are brave enough to walk it alone, if necessary, and strong enough to keep going even when no one's clapping. Every setback I've faced has been a setup for something bigger. I stopped seeing failures as dead ends, and started viewing them as stepping stones to something greater. The road to success isn't smooth. It's full of bumps, twists, and unexpected turns. I faced more challenges than I can count, but each one taught me something invaluable. I didn't always succeed, but I always learned, and that's what matters. I've come to understand that failures aren't the opposite of success. They're a crucial part of it. Each setback taught me resilience. Each loss taught me strength. And each failure pushed me closer to my goal. The key is to never stop moving forward, even when it feels like everything's working against you. I learned to embrace failure, to welcome it as a part of the journey, because every time I failed, I came back stronger. I wasn't broken by my failures. I was built by them. Success isn't about never falling. It's about getting up every single time you do. Each failure is an opportunity to grow, to improve, and to become a better version of myself. I refuse to let setbacks define me. Instead, I let them refine me, shaping me into someone who's ready to handle even greater challenges. This mindset has turned every failure into fuel for my success.